My name is Daniel Justice.
I'm Taylor Justice.
We've been married for 12 years.
Members at Magnolia Bible Church for 8 years now. We first heard about Reengage, I want to say I saw it in the bulletin, and then started talking to Joel and Amy and just learned more about the ministry and immediately knew that it was something that spoke to my heart and that I really wanted to talk to Danny more about and get involved in.
I felt at the time we didn't need it. We were fine.
We just weren't happy. We weren't celebrating each other. We weren't celebrating moments in our marriage anymore. There was more tension and dysfunction and disunity. I knew that if we kept going down the path that we were on, that something was, there was going to be a catalyst.
I started out not really participating at all in the workbook. I was just kind of going through the motions, wasn't filling it out, wasn't putting in any of the work. And about week 7 or 8, I started to at least write down a sentence or two. And after probably about week 9, week 10 is when I started to notice small changes in our marriage.
I think for me, the biggest pivotal moment for us in the course was communication, honestly. Reengage taught us to just stop and actively listen, lean in, and understand where the person's heart position was coming from. We had very opposing worldviews, and our families of origin had a significant impact on what we brought into our marriage, the expectations that we had of each other. And when I stopped looking at Danny to heal me, to fix me, to make me happy, when I just really started celebrating him and championing him for who he was instead of who I felt like he needed to be or who I wanted him to be, I think that's what really helped me to fully accept him.
For me, it was a pride thing. I was very prideful, and I wasn't appreciative of her emotions and her feelings. I had my mentality, and that's kind of the way it was. And if she wasn't on board, we would fight, and then if I didn't get my way, I would use the divorce word. I knew that was triggering for her, but I did it anyway because, I was like, well, I want her to feel pain too because I'm feeling pain. The first time we went through it, I wasn't very vulnerable. There's stuff I held back, but the second time we went through it, I noticed that without me totally opening up, then we weren't going to make the headway, the progress that I knew that we should be making. Breaking out was you really got to know the people in your group and kind of listen to their experiences, and I think it helped open me up individually as well.
I think I was very hesitant for people to see the truth that we were struggling, and outwardly we wanted everyone to think that we had it all together and we were this perfectly happy couple. It was nice to hear that this was not something that was isolated. This was not an us thing. This was a worldly thing that people just like us have to deal with and grapple with and figure out, how do we overcome it? How do we work towards unifying each other to glorify God? And why settle for something safe when you could work towards something sacred? God continuously worked in us and through us to transform our marriage. He honed us, he sharpened us each time we went through it. And I think, if God saw us worthy enough to be saved, doesn't he value the covenant that he designed? Wouldn't he provide you a way and the tools and the resources to save that as well? Divorce is a non-negotiable. We don't even bring it up in conversations anymore. We hold that commitment very dear to our hearts, and we knew that this was the legacy that we wanted to live for our children. We wanted to model what a healthy, respectful, faith-centered and loving marriage, we wanted to model that for our kids.